Beginning on April 5th, Venus is going to enter into the fiery sign of Aries, and the sun is also in Aries, and it meets up in the sky with the moon's north node. So let's break this down. Venus represents love, unity, feelings, beauty, harmony. Venus wants to bring together. It wants to unite. It wants to take two people, places, and things and merge them together in harmony. Now, Venus is also in a harmonious aspect at this time with the planet of Pluto. Pluto means transformation. Pluto in Aquarius is about unexpected, intense passion. You may now feel the urge for passion and adventure in your life. Now we add in the sun, because all of this is occurring at the same time. The sun and the north node are in a conjunction, meaning they're meeting up in the sky together. They are combining their energy and magnifying it for the direction of illuminating what needs to be done. The sun is your self-expression. It's your ego. It's your identity. The north node represents the direction in which you're supposed to be heading towards for enlightenment or fulfillment. So this is going to be an opportunity for you to explore the direction in which you are being called towards. It's an opportunity for alignment and meeting up with what is your true destiny, urging you to embrace your unique gifts and talents, to overcome any past patterns and step into complete fulfillment of your true full potential. Now, I'm also encouraging you at this time to check everything before you act, because things could subsequently develop an unexpected momentum of its own due to Mercury that is stationed retrograde. Hi, I'm your astrologer, Patricia Tate, and this is your Venus in Aries Transit 2024 forecast. To get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So let's dive in. So for Aries Sun and Aries Rising, all of this is occurring in your first house. The first house represents your identity. It is who you are. I always say it's like your business card or your website. It's who you want to present to the world and show the world who you are. It's your happiness. It's your health. It's your vitality. It's your strength. It's your interest. It's your image. As an Aries rising, it's about being impulsive and going after what Aries, want. Aries is the sign of I am. And so with your rising sign being Aries, Venus just coming into the first house. Venus again represents love, beauty, harmony, and cash, and your money and resources. And so how are you identifying with your appearance, with power, with things that you want to create, things that you want to start? Remember, I said it's your business card, so it's what do you want to do with your strength, power, and vitality of how you are emerging and coming out into the world. Venus is in a harmonious aspect with the planet of Pluto. Pluto is the planet of great transformation. Since this is a harmonious aspect, it's about intense passion, intense power, working together to say, I am ready to move forward with what I want to transform. Pluto is in your 11th house of your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, your goals, of who do you align yourself with in order to get to where you want to do, to create what you want with, in combination with other people, but it's also, urging you for, I need to transform to the rawest of the basics of who I am in order to laser focus the energy of where I want to go and what I want to do. I want to bring in also the North Node and the Sun conjunct. So it just means that they're uniting, or they're combining their energy. The North Node representing the direction in which you're heading towards, and the Sun representing your ego, your expression, your identity. This area of your life has been really magnified for the last year. The nodes go through houses and signs for 18 months at a time, and it's creating patterns. It wants you to release and let go old patterns in order to embrace a new pattern over this 18-month span of your life in order to make it more sustainable. And so you are letting go, releasing patterns of where I have done what other people have wanted with partnership or best friends or significant others or clients. Releasing and exploring, identifying where have I accommodated others at my own expense, and how do I find this healthy balance between these two areas of my life, between where I compromise and where I have to initiate new. I need to boldly step into unknown territory and explore new ways that I can initiate, that I can have that fiery energy. I need to renew my perception of reality, because this is in your first house of self. Who are you? Who are you evolving and changing and coming out to the world? Now, Mercury is also stationed retrograde at the time. So this is initiating new by having you review your past. What has worked? What has not worked? What are you comfortable with? What are you ready to shed? What are you ready to say? I'm ready to put this part of me behind me so that I'm leaving space to initiate new and grow, change, and evolve into. So Aries, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Taurus Sun and Taurus Rising, this Venus moving into Aries happens to be in your 12th house. Now this house is packed. We have Venus, the North Node, the Sun, Chiron, and Mercury, all really focusing in on 12th house themes, which are dreams, intuition, cutting and severing and leaving pain, anguish, and karma that you have brought in, and healing to move past it. The 12th house can be the house of hospitals and afflictions, having to balance mental, physical, spiritual, psychological health and well-being, paying attention to your inner world of angels and guides and ancestors, dreams, the Akashic records. It's where we go and sit and meditate. It represents your subconscious mind. It's where we go to do these deep journeys and to go inward to experience transcendence that other people do not see on the outside world. It is about inner healing and connecting with the divine or source or whatever you believe to be your higher power. So Venus here, Venus is saying, I represent love and feelings and beauty and harmony. This is about self-love. This is about self-caring, self-nurturing, and bringing together and offering you harmony. How can you bridge your past with your present? If you believe in past lives, then this would be to reconcile with things that I've brought in with me and things that I need to work through, transcend through, release through, so I'm not the broken record constantly saying, well, that's a family trait. No, you can stop it. You can break it. It's a time when you can say, they may have done this, but it stops here. I'm ready to heal. I'm ready to move forward. Now, Venus is in this beautiful harmonious aspect with the planet of Pluto. Pluto is the top of your chart. It's your career, your legacy. It's like, I always think of it as the pinnacle, the top of the mountain, the top of the building. The 10th house is your reputation, your ambitions. It's how people from below see you as an authority figure, or how authority figures view you, their reaction to you. It is public recognition, honors, awards, and Pluto is saying, in order for you to transcend, you have to transform. Pluto wants everything cut down to the rawest, basic, and says, what do you really need to move forward with? Pluto in Aquarius is intense, and combined with Venus, it's about passion and desire and feeling the urge for passion, and adventure, and diving into your subconscious, wanting to understand either through dreams or past life regressions, the Akashic records, meditation, yoga, in order for using like that skill set in order to understand who you are transforming and evolving into. I want to bring in the North Node conjunct the Sun. The North and the South Node go into two signs and they stay there for 18 months. They move into a sign in order to activate it over a longer period of time in order for you to create lasting change. And so Aries is about you, I am me, the warrior. The warrior having to initiate the change for self-healing, self-care, mental, physical, spiritual, psychological, emotional health and well-being. Releasing the South Node of where I have always accommodated others. And when I become a slave to that, when I give so much to that, I lose myself in the process. And I want to understand who I am. The Sun represents your identity. It's your ego. It is your self-expression of you coming to terms with who you are evolving into on the inside. The growth is all on the inside, and other people not being able to see it until you have come out of the cocoon, until the wings are ready to leave the cocoon and turn into the butterfly. It's a time of enlightenment from moving towards your destiny, urging you to embrace what are your gifts? What are your talents? Is this one of the clairs, like hearing things, seeing things, knowing things, to overcome any patterns that you have incurred either by bringing them into this lifetime or generational from one relative to another to you, in order for you to step into complete fullness of who you are and experience your true potential. I want to bring in also Mercury. I'm using Mercury as a caution here because Mercury will have you going back over healing these wounds, because it will go back over your Chiron, the sun, the moon. And so Mercury will have all your thoughts, your ideas, your communication, you going back through space and time and saying, how do I identify where I want to move forward? I need to let go to make space for new growth. I need to boldly step into these unknown areas that may scare me, but I need to renew my perception of what is reality. I need to initiate new by reviewing and understanding, releasing, and letting go of the past, breaking free of those chains and moving forward with it, taking ownership and taking responsibility and saying, this is who I am meant to be. All right, so Taurus, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Gemini Sun and Gemini Rising, your Aries house is your 11th house. You have a lot of action going on here. The 11th house is you initiating a focus on your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, your goals. Who do you align yourself with in order to accommodate or move towards your dreams and things that you want to grow and manifest? The 11th house is people who share your belief. This can also be work associates, like workmates. The 11th house can be your star circle or your kindred spirits. It's also where we gather with other people to volunteer in or to connect with other people who have the same thought process that you do. Now, Venus is just moving there into this house. So Venus represents love and feelings and beauty and harmony, and you falling in love with somebody or finding a passion, moving towards this, wanting to bring together people or initiate where You want to grow something of your own or bring together people who can make a difference. The 11th house is social groups, and it's teams, and it's networks, but it's also who can you be part, like what groups can you be part of or align with in order for you to manifest for your best and highest growth. Venus is in a harmonious aspect with the planet of Pluto. Pluto is the planet of deep transformation, cut everything down to raw bones. In the sign of Aquarius, Aquarius is unique and it's think outside the box. And so it's unexpected. It's intense, and it's requiring passion and drive. It literally takes the Aries energy and says, this is where I need to focus it. It's in your 9th house of cross-cultural experiences for foreign people, places, and things, education, legal matters. The 11th house is you traveling somewhere or experiencing things with other people, diving into religion, diving into spirituality. The 11th house has everything to do, the 9th house has everything to do with you and having these prophetic dreams and visions and knowing this is where I'm supposed to be. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. These are the people that I am supposed to be connected with and aligning with. And it's this harmonious aspect is saying, I'm ready to connect with people that are on the same spiritual path that I am. Now, the sun and the north node here conjoining, it is magnifying the energy of the sun is your self-expression, your identity, your ego, who you need to be, the Aries warrior, focusing on yourself, focusing in on your identity. In the with the north node, with the direction that you are supposed to be heading towards for fulfillment. Now, the nodes, they go through 2 signs every 18 months. When they move through the signs, it's for a longer period of time in order to create longer lasting change. And so they're activated by the eclipses. And so you are letting go of following people on their path. This could have to do with children or activities that you have enjoyed and projects like leaving some projects behind or completing some projects, moving towards exploring a direction in which where are you being called to? Where are you being pulled to? It's kind of like the unknown and having to align yourself with your destiny in an alignment to embrace what are your gifts, what are your talents, who can support you on this growth, and who do you need to move forward with. To be cohesive with, to overcome your past patterns and step into a complete fulfillment of your full potential. Now, I'm bringing in also Mercury retrograde. So at this time, check, recheck. This will have you going back over the clubs, the organizations, everything that you're working on, and saying, does this align with my destiny? Does this align with who I'm evolving and changing into? Or am I just doing it because I've always done it? And so overcoming these past patterns by boldly stepping into this unknown, exploring new, going back over the past and saying, I need to renew my perception of what is my new reality, initiating new by reviewing your past. All right, so Gemini, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. For a private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Cancer Sun and Cancer Rising, all of this has to do with you being seen in the limelight for career or as an authority figure. Aries is at the top of your chart. It's about I always look at it as the top of the mountain, the top of the building, accolades, awards. It represents your ambitions, your reputation. It's your public life. It's you being seen as an authority figure, you being the authority figure, honors, awards, things that you want to do, things that you want to achieve. Think of it as you are here and being seen by people below. And so this could be people that you work with also. So Venus has now moved into your 10th house of career. I love this because Venus represents love and feelings and emotions and beauty and harmony. And so this is bringing more love, beauty, and harmony into your job, into your workspace. You harmonizing people, bringing them together, wanting to unite people, places, and things. This could also have to do with making money, cash. Venus does represent finances and your resources. Now, Venus is in this beautiful harmonious aspect with Pluto and Aquarius. Pluto is the planet of transformation, deep transformation in the sign of Aquarius. Aquarius is unique, think outside the box, unexpected. And so this is in your 8th house of you doing things with other people's money or resources, or money that you have tied up, or contracts that you have with other people. This can be with business partners, exes, life partners, marriage partners, significant others. The 8th house is deep psychological bonds that you have with other people, and it could be insurance, your public affairs. It's the house of birth, death, rebirth, and transformation. So this could be healing healing deep psychological trauma, and being an authority figure that can share thoughts and ideas about this. Pluto in Aquarius is intense and passionate and sharing experiences with other people. And so you might feel this urge to say, this is what I've overcome, or this is what I have transformed, or this is how I've transformed it. This is what I want to share. The sun and the moon are conjunct. Remember that the sun is your self-expression. It's your identity. It's your ego. You being seen as the authority figure. The North Node represents the direction in which you're heading towards. The North and the South Node, they go into signs for 18 months. And it's a time that they move into signs for 18 months because they want to create long-lasting change. It's not a quick one and done. They're hard and fast, a realignment, and it's done with the new moon and the full moon, solar and lunar eclipses. So in sets of 2 over 18 months. And so this is going to be an opportunity for you to truly representing the direction that you're heading towards for the most fulfillment. You focusing in on your career, your job, your legacy. What do you want to be known as? How do you want to be known as an authority figure? It's a time of an alignment of your true destiny, of where are you being pulled or drawn or called to embrace your unique gifts and talents and possibly share them with other people, to be seen as overcoming some of these things, as somebody who is the authority figure of, I understand where you've been through, to explore this realignment for your true destiny, urging you to really embrace your unique gifts and talents, not be like anybody else, but just to say, this is who I am, raw, authentic, real, caring, loving, all of this, and overcoming my past in order to step into and complete fullness of your true full potential. I want to bring on also Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde will have you going back over some old wounds and being able to relate to others, or being able to share them with others, or identify them. They could be out there for other people to see and view. And so taking ownership and taking responsibility of your past of what do I own in this, so I don't repeat this. I'm ready to move on past this. And hey, learn from my mistakes and letting go in order to make space for new growth. You boldly stepping into this unknown and exploring this new area, this new you that you're evolving and changing into. Mercury retrograde will have you renew your perception of what is reality and initiating new by reviewing your past. So Cancer, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Leo Sun and Leo Rising, your Aries house is your 9th house of cross-cultural experiences, diving into religion, classes, workshops, spirituality, wanting to travel, wanting to connect with others that are far and wide, wanting to have things published, taking a class, teaching a class. I love the 9th house in that it's about these experiences that you can have with either publishing or teaching or legal matters that help you to evolve, change, and grow. Now, Venus has just entered in here. Venus represents love and feelings and beauty and harmony. Venus can have you falling in love with a new place or falling in love with somebody who is not from your area. Venus wants to bring together with beauty and harmony. This could be settling a dispute. Remember, it's legal matters, and can't we just come together and talk this out? Venus is in the sign of Aries will have you initiating some things of where you need to move forward with this in your life. I need to initiate taking a class. This fulfills me. I need to initiate sharing some information by teaching a class or teaching a workshop or creating something and publishing something. All of these are options with Venus. Venus is in this harmonious aspect with the planet of Pluto. Pluto is the planet that requires this deep transformation. It literally cuts everything down to the raw bones. It's in the sign of Aquarius in your 7th house. Your 7th house refers to your partner, your best friend, your significant other, these clients, one-on-one relationships. It's also the house of open enemies and exes. I'm only going to keep the positive in here because it is in a sextile. It's this harmonious aspect. And so you are literally transforming who are you going to take with you on this journey of life and saying, this is who I have time for. This is who I want on this adventure of life. Pluto and Aquarius being intense and passionate, you going after teaching a class or studying or traveling or creating something with passion and wanting more adventure in your life. And who are you looking to share these things with? Wanting to connect with people that are ready to think higher thoughts, like not just your regular mundane. Now we have the sun conjunct the North Node. Remember that the sun represents your expression, your ego, your identity, and the North Node represents the direction in which you are supposed to be heading towards for fulfillment. The nodes, your North Node is in Aries, your South Node is in Libra, and so they enter into two houses in two signs to activate that area of your life for 18 months in order for you to create long-lasting change. And it's quick, hard, fast realignment. The North Node represents the direction that as a Leo, it's trining your first house of self. I have to be moving towards fulfillment. I have to be moving towards and exploring a direction that I'm being called towards. I have to follow my destiny. It's time for you to align with and embrace what are your unique talents? What are your unique gifts? And overcoming past patterns, you stepping into complete fullness and moving towards your full, true potential. You have Mercury stationed retrograde at this time, and Mercury, thoughts, ideas, communication, and travel is making its backward motion, having you go back over things that you've already done in order for you to pinpoint, I got it. How many times do I need to see this lesson? I can do this without that. I can move forward without that. This is what I need to release. This is what I need to let go. Taking responsibility, taking ownership, and letting go in order to make space for new growth. I always say it's let go, let flow, for you to boldly step into these unknown areas of who are you, evolving and changing. The ninth house represents spirituality, religion, and expanding your mind. And so exploring new, renewing the perception of what is your new reality by this new gained information, by your connection with people that are broad and far away. And this can be either by going there and experiencing it firsthand, or by taking classes and workshops. Initiating new by reviewing your past. So Leo, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Virgo Sun and Virgo Rising, all of this energy is occurring in your 8th house. The 8th house is the house that you share resources with other people. It's also the house of deep psychological bonds and connections. This can be with family members. This is also where we hold our trauma. Family members that we share money or resources with, or like these past experiences. It can be with exes, with alimony, child support that we share children with. It can be with business partners, significant others. The 8th house represents the occult. It represents joint ventures. It represents death, rebirth, transformation. It's the house of, it can be sex. It can be where you want to have these deep connections with other people. It's you wanting to bond with or share a connection with other people on a deep, intimate level. Now, Venus has just moved into your into your 8th house. And so as Venus moves into this house, Venus represents love and feelings and beauty and intimacy and harmony. And she is saying, let's bond. This could be with a significant other. This could be with a business partner. This could be with family. And you could say, let's heal some wounds. This could be with exes, where you can say, let's work this out so everything is harmonious. Venus wanting to unite is saying, let's and it's going to be you initiating, let's do this in a way that that represents love. Now, Venus is in a harmonious aspect with the planet of Pluto. Now, Pluto is the planet of total transformation. It's raw, it's authentic, it's real, and it cuts everything down to bare bones. In the sign of Aquarius, Aquarius is think outside the box. It's unexpected. So this is intense passion with others and feeling this, wanting to initiate this in your life. This could be with your partner, or this could be wanting to initiate these themes into your life. Pluto is in your 6th house of your daily habits, of what you need in order to be complete mentally, physically, spiritually. It's also the house of mentorship. It's the house of your job, your workplace, your relationship with workmates. But it's the house of self-care and you needing to initiate these changes in your life in order for you to be internally healthy, mentally, spiritually, psychologically healthy. So I want to share with you at the same time Sun is going to be conjunct the North Node. Remember that the Sun represents your ego, your identity, your self-expression, who you are, needing to be the warrior, needing to initiate the I am of your story. The North Node is the direction in which you are being called towards, saying what you want, meaning it, saying, this makes me feel good. This does not. I want to do this. Exploring these I statements in relationship to who you have these connections with other people. The nodes, they go into 2 signs and 2 houses, and they explore quick, rapid change over an 18-month period, because it's creating habits that will last over a longer period of time, activated by the eclipses. And so this is an opportunity for you to truly explore the direction in which you are being called towards, releasing where I am not aligned with my destiny, and embracing what are your unique gifts and talents, to overcome these past patterns and identify with them in order for you to have this complete fullness, in order for you to work with full potential. You have Mercury stationed retrograde here also, having you go back over contracts, things that you've negotiated. This could be with alimony, child support, debt. The 8th house is wills. It's anything that you share with other people. It could also be your investments. It's where you have your cash, property, resources, or your heart, your heart or your feelings invested with other people. And so this will be a time for you to say, I need to take ownership. I need to go back. I need to take responsibility. Where has this been good for me? Where has this not been healthy for me? I need to let go and make space for new growth. This could be people, places, and things. Ending these contracts that I have with these people, moving on with a clean slate. I need to boldly step into these unknown areas. I need to explore new. I need to renew my perception of what was my reality and initiate this new by reviewing my past of who I am with other people, my contracts, who I am with like business partners, significant others, family members, and where I invest the most important things, my time, my resources, my love. So Virgo, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Libra Sun and Libra Rising, your Aries house is your 7th house. It's being heavily activated. So the 7th house is you with other people, you in the outside world with business partners, significant others, clients, one-on-one relationships, you with best friends. The 7th house is where we find love. It's where we sign contracts. It's where we learn to negotiate and communicate with other people, like on a one-on-one basis. The 7th house is contracts, promises. It can be written or unwritten, verbal or non-verbal communication that you have with others. Venus here brings love, feelings of beauty and harmony, wanting you to unite you with people. This could be bringing in a significant other or a close friendship, or wanting to unite this bond. Now, it's in a harmonious aspect with Pluto. Pluto is in your 5th house of children. This is the house of creativity, art, music, poetry. It's where we learn to take risks. It's romance. It's beauty. It is the house of excitement and recreation. And Pluto, being the planet of transformation, could have you focused on children, wanting to have children, or wanting to have creative pursuits that would involve tapping into your inner child or taking these risks. Venus wants to bring together and unite, and Pluto wants to transform in unexpected ways you're with intense passion with other people, meaning your clients, your business partners, your significant others, urging you to focus on passion and adventure. Now, I want to bring in the Sun conjunct the North Node. Remember that the Sun represents your expression, your ego, your identity. You focused on these partnerships, these friendships. The 7th house also represents open enemies and exes, and this could be you looking to go back and heal some of these bonds. The North Node is truly having you focus on the direction in which you need to be focused on for you. It's magnifying the direction of, this is what I need to do for my self-fulfillment. This is an opportunity for you to explore the direction that you're being called towards to. You initiating those contracts that you have with friends, clients, business partners, or life partners. Now, remember that it is opposing your South Node, releasing. The nodes go into houses and signs for 18 months. They stay in those areas in order to create lasting change. So they hover in those areas, activating when all the planets go through, in order for you to say, I need to release this, I need to identify it, I need to move towards this. It's a time of alignment with your destiny, saying, I have to embrace my unique gifts and talents. And Aries, I, the warrior, the one who has to initiate it, I have to overcome my past. I have to look at my past patterns. I have to step into complete fulfillment in order for me to fulfill my true destiny, my true potential. And that is in negotiations, in the area of contracts and significant others, and taking my destiny into my own hands. I want to bring in, lastly, that Mercury is stationed retrograde. This could bring in past contracts, past lovers, past clients. If you're signing contracts or if you're moving forward with things at this time, I would highly encourage you to check, double check, triple check, read the fine print before you move on. It's not that you can't, it's an opportunity for you to stop, slow down, and look at what you want to move forward and initiate. It's taking responsibility, not just quickly signing things, doing things, taking ownership and letting go of the space to make an opportunity for new growth, to boldly step into this area of your life, exploring new and renewing your perception of what is your new reality, initiating new by reviewing your past with people, places, and things. So Libra, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. So for Scorpio Sun and Scorpio Rising, the Aries house that's being magnified or illuminated is your 6th house of your daily habits, you taking care of yourself. What do you do for your mental, physical, spiritual, psychological health, well-being? How are you of service to other people? And who do you look to mentor and guide you through this process? And so you have Venus. Venus is just now moving into this area of your life. And so Venus represents love, feelings, beauty, and harmony, tapping into inner love. The 6th house being mental, physical, spiritual health, well-being, focusing in on what do I need to create for self-love, to heal myself. Does that mean sound bowl therapy? Does that mean tapping? Does that mean a chiropractor? Does that mean finding a counselor or a mentor or a guide? Does that mean going for a walk? Does that mean exercising? What are you putting into place in order for you to be focusing on finding beauty and harmony with your nutrition, your daily habits, your self-care on a daily basis for you to take care of yourself, and this can be alternative health, in order for you also to be of service to others. Now, Venus wanting to unite and bring together. And so this could be you joining a group, joining a club, creating a creating a club, creating an organization, in order for you to say, I have to join this gym in order to make it a daily habit, or I need to put self-care on my calendar. And if that means a massage, if that means yoga, if that means meditation, that's what you need to do. Now, Venus is in a harmonious aspect with the planet of Pluto in your 4th house of your home, your family, your roots, your foundation, your traditions. And so this together, Pluto wants to transform, and Pluto in Aquarius is unexpected, intense passion of how can I improve my daily life, making it a habit, making self-care a priority in order to build the foundation of my life, of my better, like my home, the foundation in which I build my home, my life, myself upon, working first on myself before I can be of service to other people. Now, I want to bring in the Sun and the North Node being conjunct here. The Sun always represents your identity, your ego, your self-expression, you having to initiate with Aries energy, being first, having to go after with fire, drive, passion. The North Node is the direction in which you are being called towards, that you're being pulled towards in order for you to experience fulfillment. The South Node is in your 12th house of self-sabotage, your fears, karma, releasing those things from your past. When the North and the South Node go into a sign in a house, they go into it for 18 months in order to create long-lasting change. They are truly a realignment, a readjustment of your destiny, moving you towards embracing what are your unique gifts, your talents, what are you being called to let go and release, and is it self-harm? Is it what I have brought in from another lifetime? Is it my fears? Is it karma? Time to let that go and say, how can I do the inner healing? How can I embrace this? This will be a time of enlightenment with you saying, I'm going to move towards my destiny. I'm going to embrace my unique gifts and talents that my wounds have shown me the gifts that can come from them, and I can overcome my past trauma, my past patterns, and I can step into complete fullness of my full true potential for this lifetime. Now, Mercury is stationed retrograde, having you bring back a lot of past traumas, a lot of past wounds, literally going back over where have you not made yourself a priority. And Venus is about not just love of others, but self-love, because it has to start with you before you can share it with others. Self-care, needing to make that a priority. So Mercury will have you going back over, where do I need to take responsibility? Where do I need to take ownership? Where do I need to let go and make space for this new growth in my life of I am a priority. I need to boldly step into these unknown areas of my life and explore the new. And the 6th house, remember, is alternative health care. What is your diet? What is your nutrition, vitamins, supplements? What do you do on a daily basis to care for you, your mind, your body, your spirit as a temple, and to renew your perception of what is your new reality, and initiating new by reviewing your past so you don't go back there. So Scorpio, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And please subscribe. So for Sagittarius Sun and Sagittarius Rising, your Aries house is your fifth house of fun and romance and children, childlike activities. It's the house of creativity, art, music, joy, pleasure, where we want to go and initiate and do things that make us feel good, where we want to take risks. Now, Venus is just now coming into this house. Venus represents love and feelings and beauty and harmony. So this could be finding a passion, finding like this could be with poetry or creating music, or this is finding a lover, taking a risk and trying something that you've never done before. Venus is in this beautiful harmonious aspect with Pluto in your third house of how you communicate in the sign of Aquarius. Pluto is the planet of deep transformation. It totally cuts everything down to its raw, bare bones. And in the sign of Aquarius is think outside the box, be unique. And so this harmonious aspect says, how do I communicate in a way with what I need to initiate to have love and beauty and harmony in my life? Do I want to initiate music, poetry, children, babies, recreation, fun, joy, romance? How do I communicate that? How do I express that? It's about hobbies. It's about pleasure. This is also the house of gambling. It's where do I want to initiate something and move forward, and that I can bring people, places, and things together to unite. Now, I want to bring in your North Node and the Sun. Remember that the Sun always represents your ego, your self-expression, your identity. And the North Node is the direction which you're being pulled to. The North and the South Node, they move into two signs and two houses every 18 months. They literally slowly go through those two houses and signs for 18 months in order to create a lasting change. But it's powerful change. It's always a realignment of whatever the signs represent and whatever the houses that represents the energy within you. And so Aries is me. It is the warrior. It is the I, focused on who are you? How do you take control of your destiny? What are you going after? The two of these together is an opportunity for you to move towards fulfillment, an opportunity to explore the direction in which you're being called towards, creation or creativity, or exploring these opportunities of I need to be able to initiate more risks in my life. A time of alignment with your destiny, urging you to embrace what are your gifts, what are your talents, what is the natural thing that only you possess that you need to move towards, and less with other people. And so overcoming your past patterns, you stepping into complete fulfillment in order for you to have this exploration of your full potential. Now, Mercury is retrograde at the time. Mercury being retrograde is also saying, I need to look at this and say, I need to take responsibility. I need to take ownership of my wounds where I've been wounded by others. This is an opportunity for new growth, to boldly step into this area and explore new by healing the past, healing the old. Renew your perception of what is your new reality going to be, initiating new by reviewing your past and saying, this is where I'm ready to move forward. And this could be with healthy boundaries with children, initiating where you want to take risks, you exploring what makes you happy. It's in a trine with your first house of self and identity. And so stepping into unknown territory and ready to travel, explore, and see and do. So for Sagittarius, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Capricorn Sun and Capricorn Rising, your Aries house is the fourth house. It is the home, the foundation, your traditions, people, places, and things that have been brought in that created you, or people who have shaped you, people that you have shared your past with. It is your ancestors, it's real estate, it's property, it is things that feel like family. I always say it's like the basement, or it's like genealogy. It's everything that's been brought in, your ancestors, your grandparents, that make up who you are and the foundation in which you reside upon. Now, Venus moving into your fourth house, Venus being love, money, resources, beauty, wanting to unite, wanting harmony, wanting peace. This could be wanting peace and harmony with family members. This could also be wanting to create like a zenful, beautiful home, and wanting it to be comfortable, a place where you can rest and relax. Now, it's in a harmonious aspect to the planet of Pluto. Pluto is the planet of deep transformation. Pluto is in your second house of your self-worth, your cash, your property, your resources, people, places, and things that you need to have in order to feel safe and secure. Being in this harmonious aspect is saying you need to have a stable home. You need to secure. What does it need? What do you need in order to have stability in your home? What traditions do you want to continue with? Beauty, harmony, bringing in who are you going to surround yourself with, and how are you going to manage that? How are you going to make that happen during this transit? Pluto wants transformation, and so this is unexpected, intense passion and transformation on your home front. And so you might feel this urge for redecorating, or a connection to like family members or your significant other that's in your home. Now, I want to also bring in the North Node and the Sun are going to be conjunct here, meaning they're merging their energy together. The Sun represents your ego, your identity, your self-expression. It is who you are initiating, bringing forth for that month's energy. And so it's you wanting to initiate and bring forth. It's in square to your first house of self. Squares are always conflicts of how do I manage this energy? How do I push forth with this direction? The Sun wants you to initiate. The North Node says that I have to move forward. The South Node is what I am releasing and letting go of. The nodes go through 2 houses and 2 signs every 18 months. They stay in those areas in order to create longer lasting change. And so this is an opportunity for you to say, I need to focus on my home, my career. I need to create the direction in which I'm heading towards for fulfillment of myself. An opportunity for you to truly explore the direction in which you're being called towards, creating your own home, creating your own traditions, being separate from, it could be being separate from other family members, or like this could be the parents, the grandparents, or from children. It will be a time of enlightenment, of an alignment of what is your true destiny to leave behind, urging you to embrace what are your unique gifts and talents that you have to offer. How do you overcome your past patterns, identifying them, and stepping into complete fulfillment and your full potential of who are you? I want to also talk about Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde, Mercury thoughts, ideas, communication, travel will have you going back over other homes, other wounds, other identity wounds of who are you, and what does that have to do with why are you creating what you are creating. Boldly stepping into this unknown area because you are taking responsibility, you're taking ownership of things that you've done in the past and not had healthy boundaries, not initiated what you wanted to what you wanted to start, who you are releasing and letting go in order to have an opportunity for this new growth. Explore new, renewing your perception of what is reality, initiating new by reviewing your past. So truly, you saying, this is my home, this is what I want to have in it, and how do I initiate these changes? I feel this internal conflict, but I know that I need to. I have to do this. And how do I do that? How do I take responsibility and ownership? My thoughts, my ideas, and my actions. So Capricorn, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Aquarius Sun and Aquarius Rising, the Aries part of your chart is your third house of communication. How are you communicating? Who are you communicating with? It's your relationship with the people that you communicate with, siblings, neighbors, cousins. It could be somebody that you're talking to in a grocery line. It could be taking classes and workshops and things that are closer to home. It's email, phone, text. It's how you're gathering information and how you're expending or sharing the information. And this could be through YouTube, Reddit, TikTok, Instagram, X, all of those things. Anything that's travel, communication, and gathering of books, and the education of sorts, of talking and exchanging thoughts and ideas. Now Venus going into your third house has you really focused on love and beauty, beautiful words, beautiful communication, wanting to join together, patch up miscommunication between siblings or neighbors or cousins, and making sure that how you are communicating, you are owning what you're saying and owning what you are doing. Venus is like in this beautiful harmonious aspect with Pluto that's transforming your first house of self. Pluto expects you to cut everything down to the raw bones. This is who you are, your identity, who you bring to the table, how people see you, turning over this new leaf by your image, your identity, your outlook, you being seen. Pluto being in this harmonious aspect that is who I was. This is who I am. And I'm growing and changing and evolving every single day. And so Pluto transforming is about unexpected, intense passion. I want to do this. You may now have this urge for passion and adventure with sharing thoughts and ideas. This could be writing and journaling and just basic communication, basic travel with people that you meet in your everyday life. I want to bring in the North Node conjunct the Sun. Remember that the Sun represents your identity, your ego, your self-expression. You focused on this area of your life of saying, I, Aries, have to initiate this. I have to be the one to go after it. I can't expect anybody else. I have to do the work. With the North Node is the direction in which you're being pulled or drawn to. It's the unknown. And so the nodes, your North and South Node, they move through your chart opposite of the planets, and they stay in an area of your life for 18 months. And so they create hard, quick, fast change. And then it's about lasting change. That's why they stay for 18 months. They hit it hard, realign, and then give you 18 months to cover that so you don't go back to old habits. And so we have the North Node representing the direction in which you're heading towards your fulfillment, your destiny. So this will be an opportunity of the Sun conjoining with the North Node saying, I need to move in this direction. I need to explore the direction. I am being pulled. I need to align with my destiny. I need to embrace my unique gifts and talents of how I show up with people that are closest to me, family, cousins, neighbors, how I share and bring and take in information, writing, journaling, communication of all sorts. I need to align with my destiny and embrace these unique gifts and talents. I need to overcome my past patterns, and I need to step into complete fullness in order to work at my best, highest good and my fullest potential. Now I want to bring in Mercury retrograde. Mercury stationed retrograde, thoughts, ideas, communication, has you going back over, I have to own that. I have to take responsibility. I have to let go of this and make space for new growth. I have to boldly step into this unknown area and explore the new and be courageous about it, not work from a space of fear. I need to renew my perception of what is my reality, what is my new reality because of this growth that I'm experiencing. I need to review my past in order to move forward with my future. So Aquarius, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Pisces Sun and Pisces Rising, the Aries part of your chart is your second house. The second house represents everything that has to do with you in order for you to feel safe and secure. It's your money, your cash, your property, your resources. Who do you surround yourself with, like the closest people? It's your movable property. It is your talents, your skill set. It is your possessions, your finances. It's your self-esteem. It's your financial condition. It is, what do you need in order for you to feel safe and secure in the outside world? Now, Venus moving into your second house has you saying, I need to bring in love, feelings, beauty, and harmony. And how do I get this? How much money do I need in order to feel secure? What resources? What is my value? What is my worth? It is in trying to your 10th house of, I need that raise. I need to feel secure with my job. I need to, this brings me value. I really love this. I'm going to purchase this. Remember that Venus wants to, it's about beauty and what makes you feel good, what makes you at your core. Now remember that Venus is in a harmonious aspect with the planet of Pluto. Pluto has you going back through your 12th house of self-sabotage, hidden enemies, karmic things that have been going on in your life, dreams, intuition, psychic ability. The 12th house is the house of our fears, but it's also where we go to take those deep journeys for transcendence, our connection to the divine. Pluto is going through this house in the sign of Aquarius saying, I need to transform. I need to release and let go of things that are holding me back. And this is in this harmonious aspect of, I feel really good about letting this go. This person can really enjoy this, or I can make money from this, or I'm worth more. I require this raise. I require more of this relationship. And so you may now feel this urge for passion, for adventure, for you to say, I'm requiring more because of this is about my self-worth, my cash, my property, my resources. Now, I want to bring in, at the same time, the North Node is in conjunction with the Sun. The Sun represents your identity, your ego. It's your self-expression. It's who you are. It goes through a sign every single month, and it's what you are supposed to be initiating or what you're supposed to be feeling. So in the sign of Aries is you being the warrior, you boldly moving into that direction, you saying, I have to initiate this, I have to focus on this. The North and the South node, they move through signs every 18 months. They are activated by the eclipses. They want to, the energy comes hard and fast. They close doors, they open for new beginnings. It's about synchronicity, aligning with your true identity and your true self. They stay in 2 signs and 2 houses for 18 months because it's about initiating change over a longer period of time so you don't go back or fall back on bad habits. And so the North node is saying, no, I need to head towards fulfillment. This is my direction. This is my calling. This is going to be an opportunity for you to truly explore the direction in which you're being called towards. I need to identify, like, what is my self-worth? I need to build up my resources. What do those resources look like? I need to have fulfillment, an opportunity for you to explore the direction. And this is going to be a time for you to have this, it's like a realignment of your destiny, embracing your unique gifts and talents. The second house is your gifts and talents. And so what are those that are unique to you? And how can you explore those? How can you identify those? Also, it's an opportunity for you to overcome your past patterns, to step into complete fulfillment of your full potential. We also have Mercury retrograde. Mercury, thoughts, ideas, communication, travel, going back over your wound of your self-identity wound of where people didn't think that you were worthy or cut you down, brought you down. And so Mercury at the same time is going to have you going back over some of these topics and saying, how do I take responsibility for this? How do I take ownership for how I reacted to those actions? How do I not come to the table when there's an argument? How do I take ownership of it and let go and make space for new growth in my life? Because I'm worthy. I need to, like, these are my possessions. This is what I value: people, place, and things. And so boldly stepping into these unknown areas of your life where you are exploring new in order to create these habits that will last over the rest of your lifetime, renewing your perception of your reality of things that you value, people that you value, valuing yourself, and initiating new by truly reviewing your past actions. So Pisces, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe.